Hi, my name is Tess, and I'm here to finally tell a story that I have been meaning to tell for quite some time. Probably more than 30 years is what's coming to me. And, well, less than 5% of all humanity has ever done what I've done. So I really hope everybody will sit down, grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and start taking notes, because this is really important, and it is for all of humanity. It's quite overwhelming, actually, and I can't be my authentic self without telling my story. You know, everybody talks about near-death experiences and what happens in the light and how they come back and there's all these miracles, right? Well, nobody really talks about what happens in the darkness. Nobody talks about, well, what is really going on with humanity? How can I help? How may I serve? How can we clear up so much pain and trauma that is going on in the world right now? And I asked that question. And what I got was a tremendous hero's journey, in my opinion. I have to accept that fact that I did take a hero's journey in order to try to help bring some truth and understanding, compassion and mercy to people that may not have ever known what that is, known what that has felt like. And so I think it's rather important that I do speak about this. This really touches my heart a lot, because I have such a depth of humanities, a love for humanity, that now I know. I was just told, actually, that I do channel divine mercy. So this is by the sheer loving hand of God do I speak these truths. I'm here to clear up this darkness, to help bring compassion and love, understanding, and peace to humanity's hearts. As of right now, the soul that is Tess is sitting in a car at a park trying to come up with the right words to speak. But in the etheric realm, in the spirit realm, the work she has done is to hold on to the connection of source, which is divine wisdom, infinite intelligence, and infinite love. She holds that in her heart. That which is her is also that. But she also dove deep into that darkness, into the conglomerate darkness that is humanity. The unified consciousness that is humanity walked through that darkness and helped clear this energy up by holding a space of love. Not judging, not fighting, but holding that space of love and bringing compassion to so many that have been so broken for so long. Lifetimes have passed, thousands of years have passed, and there are many souls that have not known what love is. They have not known what compassion is, what understanding, truth, kindness really means. And the soul that is Tess, the spirit that is Tess, that is here to help channels divine mercy in order to bring the light, bring in seeing the love of humanity, not as souls, not as people, but the eye with the eye behind the eye, seeing through God's eyes, seeing the divine in all, regardless of the light or the dark. She sees the divine in all, and she brings this message of love and compassion To all who care to sit down and listen and take notes, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked because of free will. Asking those questions will bring those answers within all of us. And so in this message and in this journey, taking this deep dive and seeing this conglomerate dark glob of shadows and trauma and fear and death and murder and also the love, also the freedom and the joy and the compassion and the mercy and the grace and the kindness, the capacity for a human being to be a being of kindness, to be that which it came to be in the origins. Tess has come into this lifetime as an origin. She has not had very many lives here, very many lifetimes here. But when Tess incarnates into a body, she has the capacity to see back to the originality of life, connect to that, and see the path which humanity has taken and has gotten us here to this day right now. And right now, we are at a point where we have to see ourselves as more than a body, to really dive deep into the consciousness of humanity and face all that we have done in all our lifetimes, all the traumas, all the past hurts, all the abuse. I can make a list of all the things that humanity is working on in bits and pieces, and put those pieces together. We are fractals of light from the divine. And these are the things that we come and take into our lives and hold on to in our energy field in order to help transmute and fix. And the way we do that is with the power of love. Love is the strongest force in the universe, and love is what heals us. No matter what the trauma is, no matter what the pain, no matter what role you took, there is no black and white. It's not this polarity of good and evil and black and white and good and bad and this and that. We are all that. We are that. We are bits and pieces. We've taken so many lives and had to face all these things in this journey that Tess has taken. She's seen lifetimes of warrior lives back from the Greek and Trojan Wars. She knows that she is a warrior of those lifetimes. She has lived lives as a man and as a woman. And she has taken on those traumas and transmuted this because she made that promise to herself that this would be her last incarnation. So in order to help bring that truth and understanding and love and compassion to all our beings, we have to take that pain and that trauma. We have to be able to face it and say, okay, that is a life I lived and I am not proud of it. I killed people in a war. I had to face that I was not only a victim, I was a perpetrator. You feel both ends. You feel both sides. And so when you try to work on yourself and work on your hurts, and you start to face that, you will feel that pain. It will come into your being. It will come into your body and show up as something that is painful. In order for you to see it with compassion and say, this is what happened. This is the life I had. This is what happened to me. And I still love myself. I'm still here. Yes, I had that lifetime and I died young in that war with many an arrow stuck within me, which is also piercing parts of my spirit. It takes parts of your spirit. It's not just in your etheric field. It takes part of your spirit. So when you reincarnate and come back and you watch, say, shows of war, and maybe you always switch the channel because you don't know why, but you just don't like it. So you're going to bypass it. You're going to say, that's bad, that's evil. I can't do that. Why would you do that? Pause this video and ask yourself, why do you pause or deflect on things that are painful? And ask yourself, if you can ask yourself those questions, what is the triggers in my life that I can't face? And let your higher self, let your spirit answer you. Let your spirit talk to you and show you the truth. Because in love is the only way you can recognize that, which is the whole you. It's the whole you. And face it and love it. Just love yourself anyway. Love yourself anyway. And on this hero's journey, I also realized I saw defining traumas that are in humanity's consciousness. If you can see us as fractals of light or shadow within this, let's just say a blob. Let's just say a blob, a ball, right? If entwining black and white, shadows, gray, colors, all of it. It's energy. Energy doesn't die. So when you can see that, I see that with my mind, and I see, oh, okay, there's a trauma of family incest. Here's murder. Here's insidious murder. Oh, and the gangs are over here. And the trauma's over there. The broken families are here. Fathers leaving their families. Mothers left to raise their children, or vice versa. Abuse of children. Traumas of wars. All over. Fractals of darkness and pain. So much pain. I couldn't walk away. I could not walk away. For the life of me, I could not say, this isn't me. Even if I saw much that I never experienced, I am humanity too. I am that which I see. I am that which I see in you. So when you hurt, I hurt. I couldn't walk away. And I gave love. I pushed through it and gave love. And every time more traumas came up, it's astounding to think what happened, because my body reacted, my spirit reacted, my soul reacted, my spirit reacted, and then my body reacted. I broke out in huge welts, huge painful welts. Just showed up. I woke up one day and there were welts all over me. And I realized this is a trauma. I was wading through this darkness. And I was grabbing it. I was grabbing those fractals of trauma. I was grabbing those fractals of pain. I was grabbing those fractals of victimhood and perpetratorhood. People talk about the victim, but they don't talk about the perpetrator. There's two sides, and every soul has experienced every one of them. Even if you don't remember it, you have experienced it. And to trust that just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And so I kept grabbing these pieces and kept grabbing more and more traumas. And after a while, after quite a few years, this has gone on for, like I said, I don't even know how many years, I learned that I'm transmuting it. I have the ability to transmute that energy. Because I know no matter what happens to me, I am divine love. I love. I am love. I am totally infinite wisdom, intelligence, and love. I am all of that source. I am that. You are that. We are that. We are that. That is humanity. That is what we are. And I, that's it. There's no, I will not lessen that energy. I will not undefine it or lessen that energy or not speak that in order to make somebody else feel less than or more than. I am that. They are that. And just because they can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I met souls that were so broken and so dark. They couldn't see an exit. They couldn't see an exit. I went so deep into human consciousness. We've called it the deep end. The deep end of consciousness. And all the way at the bottom, what I heard and what I experienced was the inner child of humanity. And you know what they asked me? What is it all for? What is it all for? And when you have that kind of experience, oh, damn, you're gonna fight more. You're gonna just keep going. You're not gonna, you may sit down and cry with them a little bit, but you know what? You're gonna grab their hand and you're gonna say, you know what? We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this because we're amazing beings. Yes, we're dark, we're light, we're shadow, we're the good side of humanity, and sometimes we're the shitty side. Sometimes we have to, see and express and experience evil things. But that's what humanity does to help each other. Sometimes you have to experience that shit. Sometimes you have to experience getting your ass beat in order to say, you know what, I've had enough. I'm worthy of more. I'm worthy of so much more. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this lying down. I love my life. I love my soul. I love my being. I love my lifetime. I'm honoring it. And yeah, it's a huge fight, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going because I'm not giving up. This is how much I love myself. This is the honor of me. And it's like grabbing that light. It's like grabbing your heart. The heart that is the light of you, not your body, your spirit. The heart is the light and the truth that sometimes shitty things happen and you grab hold of it so fucking fiercely and you say, I'm not giving up. I love myself, and that's, you break through. All of a sudden there's a piece of shadow that falls off your being. It just dissipates. You're not killing anybody. It's part of you that dissipates. It transmutes into love. Because you see you are worthy of more. You're worthy of more. I'm worthy of more. And you are worthy of more. And I put off making these videos for so long because I was afraid I kept having a shadow talk to me and say, oh, it's her vanity. I had a shadow of vanity talk to me, kept talking to me. Tess, come on. How vain are you? Literally, my shadow self yelling at me. Because I see these bags under my eyes. It's from crying. Crying. Probably every day almost every day for 30 years dealing with this and trying to fix this. And this is the integrity of me. This is why I'm not afraid to speak now. It's not about good and evil. It's about humanity growing and seeing that we are more than a body walking through life. We are all here with fractals of trauma and fractals of things in lifetimes. And we're here to fix it. We're here to face it. Literally, just face it. Don't be afraid to face your life. And what I mean by that is not this lifetime too, but also I saw that it is a multidimensional. What I'm saying is all time exists all now. All of time exists all now. It's all now. So if the highest honor you can give your life, your soul, is to look at it and say, okay, who am I? Who am I? Can you do that? Can you carry that little pen and paper around with you and ask yourself, who am I? What am I here for? What is this for? And you just fight. But you don't literally fight. It's just love. You don't fight evil with hate. You don't fight evil with freaking war. You love. Just be love. Evil is its own enemy. And we all have it within us. We all have the darkness and the light within us. To disregard it and think you aren't is the struggle. We are light and dark. We have to be in order to live in the human earth realm. On Mother Gaia, in this realm, we are dark and light. So as I speak to you, I'm not just sitting in a car talking and hammering out details of humanity's existence and the struggles we've been going through for millennia, okay? I am connected to and grabbed onto, holding on to the darkest of humanity. That consciousness is within me. I grabbed it and I held on in order to get this message through. Now, a lot of people may not ever watch this video, and that doesn't matter because we're all still connected and that message is going through. And as I'm also connected to that which is the darkest part of us, the echelons, the upper echelons, our light song, I'm also connected to. So it's both. I'm connected to both. I'm being guided right now by divine mercy. The love of all that is the source, which is also us. I'm being guided to see this and speak this and help bring this truth to light, that we are amazing beings, even in the darkness and the light, even in that, to celebrate that, you know what, we're not perfect, but we are loved in our imperfections. We are loved extremely. That's what I see. I don't see a soul. I don't see just a human body walking around. I see the soul, the essence of them, their lightness, their colors, their shape, their energy that they're working through, or the darkness or the lack of it. And to love and to just hold on to that and love every single little trauma that you go through. Tell yourself, I want to face all my karma. I want to see all that is me, all the lifetimes I've ever had, and heal that which is wounded. Well, you better sit back and take some notes and really be able to taste a slice of humble pie every day, because it will set you back on your feet. and it will open your eyes. But it's also amazing. It's also amazing, even if you're being traumatized like crazy, with trauma so deep and so dark and so freaking painful that you don't know if you'll wake up the next day. You don't know if you'll survive because you can't handle any more trauma's coming out literally on your skin. You don't know if you can handle that. But to go through that and walk through that darkness, and still come out and say, you know what, no matter what happens, I'm always going to be loved. I'm always going to be safe. That's what the divine sees. No matter what you go through, even if you drop dead today, right now, or your whole family dies, or everyone dies, it doesn't, like, all those things do not matter because you are still that. And that is still you. That infinite wisdom, infinite knowledge, and infinite love. Those are the three things I majorly pulled into this lifetime. What did you pull into this lifetime? Three energies. What can you relate to? Because not everybody's the same. Write that down. It'll come to you. You'll know it. And maybe it won't be good. And maybe it'll just be dark. Maybe you'll say, well, okay, I know I'm here with infinite pain. I'm here with infinite distrust. I'm here with infinite hate. Well, you know what? You're still a fractal of the divine, and you came here and you made that commitment to yourself in order to heal that. You didn't come here to suffer. You came here to face it. We're incredibly divine beings. Don't underestimate the strength of a human soul. Don't ever underestimate the strength that is us. We are amazing beings, even through the darkness, even through the worst freaking pain. And I'll tell you what, all you have to do is to look in any history book and see how much pain humanity's been in. I really got mad. I got mad big time. I said, why should we have to search for joy? What the heck? Why are we searching for joy? Why isn't it here all the time? What is that? You know, we're so scared and we're so fear-based. And you know why? You know why that darkness is here? Because people haven't been able to sit down and face their own being. We go through life lightly, getting jobs, getting married or not, and working and being the superficial 3D. But you know what? To really honor yourself, if you want to honor yourself, now incarnate beings are here right now with me, and discarnate beings are here right now with me. It doesn't matter whether you have a body or not. You can still work on this energy. You can make that commitment to yourself. When I made that commitment, I sent a ping to the universe. I sent a ping to the universe. Heaven and hell and the divine galactic beings were pinged because they knew my loving intention was truthful. This loving intention was so strong to fix it. It's so strong to fix it. Very much so. I walked through life for years and really felt that pain. There wasn't a show that could come on TV or a friend I couldn't talk to. I didn't feel that pain of the ignorance and the lack of trust in a soul's own beingness, because we're so scared to look within and see. What is that? What is that? I thought it was all love and light. I thought everything was good. Nope. You know, that's what we're working on. That's why we're in this period right now that we're in on Earth, is because the blinders are taken off. We're tired. We're tired of living lives over and over again, and the healing hasn't been happening. And humanity as souls, whether incarnate or discarnate, are getting tired. We're tired. So when you strike that ping and you say, let's wake up, boys. Let's wake up, girls. Let's wake up and start doing the work. Really start doing the work. Digging deep. Looking at all of it. All of it. And facing it. Loving yourself anyway. Loving yourself fucking fiercely. So fiercely you can't even breathe. Honoring yourself so fiercely. Do you know what that does? Do you honestly know what that does when you really grab onto something you've never known in any lifetime? Ever? That's what I did. And it feels freaking great. Oh my God, I've never known what that felt like. I don't think I never knew what that felt like in any lifetime until now. When you love yourself so fiercely, you send a ping to the universe and you have heaven's back and hell's back in order to clear that up? Do you know what kind of work that is? That's crazy. That's not going to stop you. That's going to keep you going. I started getting confirmations from the universe telling me, I'm going to try to remember all the things I was told. Reverberating out to the cosmos. I woke up one morning. There's an angel right by my bedside. A higher light being. And went, it's going to reverberate out into the cosmos. It was reverberating. Because the energy of humanity is changing. I wasn't just doing this for me. I'm not doing this for my ego. I'm doing this for all of us. And when one person can do it, one person can believe so much, so deeply, so lovingly, no matter what, it changes humanity's consciousness. It's fierce love for self and for all, for the greater good. We're not here. I knew when I was born, I didn't come here to play it small. That which I knew. And so your energy zooms through life, pushing through so much, clearing up so much. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Trusting that, which is us. The wildness that we are, the energy forms that I've been seeing, starseed beings, galactic forces of Andromeda and Omega, and they're helping too. They're helping too because they've seen what's happening with Earth. They see what's happening with Earth and they're trying to help too. They're here too now helping. We're all helping, all of us. That's what the meaning is. It's helping to clear up and be better than we used to be. To have that complete and utter understanding what we are as souls. It's not just raising your vibration, it's expanding your consciousness. It's not just going up, it's going out. We are all that. To face it, accept it, and say, okay, this is what I am. This is who I am. This is me. This is my life. And I accept it, and I love myself for everything, and I forgive myself for everything. Every trauma I've ever had. When I walk around and my knee pops out. Every time that happens, I realize, okay, I have to get my ego in check. There's nothing that goes on in your life that's not connected to everything else. Everything has meaning. There's a meaning to all of it. I'd break out in rashes on my hands because I wanted to write a book. I keep wanting to write. And then the fear comes out in me and says, well, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm not right? What if I'm just ego-based? And what if I'm going to get punished for it? And so I'd break out in hives on my hands. or something weird. And you realize, well, how many lifetimes has this been happening? Yeah, you got to sit back and be honest with yourself. And you could pause the video now and write what traumas keep coming up in your life that you haven't faced. And I'm not just talking one lifetime, I'm talking many. What happened these are the things I walked at. When I was walking around in that darkness, these are the things I was seeing. The thief that would always steal, okay, instead of being judgmental in the 3D and saying, oh, he's a thief, looking deeper into the spirit side of somebody and seeing that which is true will really open your eyes. Because the person that always steals never had a thing. Think about that. The person that always steals things, what happened in their life? Or a lifetime ago, many lifetimes ago. Maybe they were poor, uneducated, living in a hut with hardly any food. You see them eating a bowl of rice, and that was the first meal they get to eat in 4 days, and probably the only one they'll eat for 4 days. So when they come back in another lifetime and they're a thief, it's because they never had a thing. Or you see them and there's this person that has very little and they appreciate everything. You don't need anything. They live in a little tiny house and they don't have very much money and, but they have warm covers and a bed and food. Because their soul knew innately, without being told, that they know what it's like to have nothing. So they don't need anything. They have all they need. So Spirit always asks, the etheric world always asks, the divine always asks, what can you not be judgmental about? Because that which you fear is also in you. And that which you respect and see is also in you. So see it in a deeper way. Ask yourself, why does this always bug me? Why do the rich people always bug me? Or why do the poor people always bug me? The things that bug you are the things you have to work on. And the things that you respect are the things that you are working on. There's nothing in this life. It's more simple than you realize. And not as complicated as humanity makes it. Humanity has made it complicated because in that darkness, in that glob of consciousness, it means it's energy, right? Because energy doesn't dissipate. It can transmute, it can change, but it doesn't die. So that's the conglomerate we're walking through. When you see a crowd of people walking around and you can point out, okay, this person has a karmic lesson because they're working on traumas from family issues, broken family. And you see it clearly in their energy field, right? And this other child that always has been abandoned, so they have abandonment issues. You can see that. But if that core isn't worked on, you're going to carry that with you until you get it right, until you can say, okay, I have abandonment issues. So the next person that leaves me, I'm not going to take it personal. I'm going to look at that and say, what is this about me? What is this going on with me that hurts me so bad? And you'll be surprised at the answers you'll get when Spirit tries to help you and show you. They'll show you in dreams, they'll show you in signs, they'll show you in visions, they'll show you in responses from other people. Be open to it. Don't take it personally. Be open to it. Let go of all preconceived ideas, notions, and thoughts. See what comes. See what truth comes to you. And run with it. When that comes to you, you'll usually be shocked. But then you'll say, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. Once the shock wears away. Yeah, I get it now. I was abandoned. I don't like that. It hurts. So guess what? When that happens, you're probably not going to abandon somebody, are you? Or you won't abandon yourself. Don't, it's deep. It's not just about the 3D. It's about yourself. Don't abandon yourself. Love yourself through it. Be the best you that you can be, even if no one else is in your life. Even if everybody dies. Just do that worst case scenario in your mind. Doesn't matter. What if you did have nobody else in your life? Would you abandon yourself? Or would you pick up that sword of truth and that shield of honor and hold on to it and love yourself through it? Love yourself through it, and don't be afraid. Because the divine, the echelon, the upper, the higher self of you, God, Allah, the Buddha, Rama, Brahma, they all say the same things. You are loved and you are always safe. You are always safe and you are always loved through all of it. There's nothing to fear. Nothing. It's not outside of you. It's inside of you. The body is inside the mind. And sometimes you can't see your light right here because it's covered in shadow. You have to face that shadow. What is the shadow? It's going to be different for everybody. But look at it. Don't be afraid. Honor that life. Honor your soul. Honor your being. Don't be afraid. That's what we're all here for. We help. And it seems so silly to, we ask these questions that are mind-boggling. We want to know all these simple truths and all these harsh realities. And we think everything's so tough and everything's so, blah, 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 blah. Like, we put too much thought into it. There's silence and wisdom, and there's wisdom and silence. And every little thing that you can do to help heal yourself is going to reflect on others. It will help others. Every little thing you do, just the tiniest bit of self-respect you give yourself will help another soul. Even if you never tell another soul in your life, even if you never tell anyone anything, but you love yourself just a little bit more. Give yourself that respect. Self-respect. Real self-respect. To honor yourself no matter what you look like. What your physical body looks like. What you sound like. How you walk. What job you have. What house you have. Or maybe you don't have a house at all. Doesn't matter. But if you give yourself that respect, it will help another soul. And we are all connected. We are fractals of a full source. And we go back to that. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to face it. Don't be afraid to ask those hard questions. Who am I? Who am I? And as you ask yourself those questions and as those answers come back, maybe you'll have answers that'll come back that'll really scare you. Because what will happen, like what happened with me, is I had fractals of me show up. Like, okay, here's this soul, here's this warrior that I was. And I could clearly see, it's like, look deeper into the visions you get in your mind. Look deeper and see. It's not an imagination. If you see a soul that is a warrior and it's a man, and you can literally see the leather wrappings and suede around their wrists, tied, and their sword, and you can see what it's made of. You can see how the wood was carved, and you can feel that stone, and you know what it feels like to stand up in a war and fight, but you don't know how but you know. Look at that. It's not your imagination made up. That is a part of you calling yourself back to you. That's another lifetime of you. You died in that lifetime and you're okay. It's just a part of you. Don't be afraid of it. Say, hi, this is a part of me. Welcome home. Call all those parts and pieces of you back to you. Call yourself whole again from all lifetimes. And see what happens. See how beautiful you are as a complete soul being. That's more than you ever expected you thought you were. More. We're so much more. Call it. See it. Face it. Honor it. Honor you. And those struggles that you're going through, no matter what they are, those struggles of hate. Say you're always hearing in your mind somebody or a voice or something that struggles with hate and horrible distrust and always hurtful. Hurtful is going out. Hurting is in. Ask yourself what that is. What happened? What happened with that? We are that, we will be and act as what we are. If you keep experiencing that and keep hearing that and keep going through that, that's a part of you have to heal. You had a lifetime that was hateful and hurtful and distrustful. It took me a long time to see that. I never thought that, but obviously there was a lifetime that I really had a hard time with that. It's not love and light, rainbows and freaking unicorns. There's some deep crap that happens. But it's still us. We are still us. It's still humanity. So you love it, forgive it. Tell that soul, that part of you that was really hurting, the hurtful. Hurtful changes to hurting, changes to healed. Hurtful is outward, changes to hurting, which is inward, changes to healed. Do you see that transformation? We have the ability to transmute these energies within us. We've disempowered ourselves and thought it's always out there. Somebody else has to do it. But we're still source. We have the ability to do it when we empower ourselves. Let go of that illusion of disempowerment and tell yourself, I have all that I need. I'm not just enough, I'm plenty. I can do this. So then hurtful changes to hurting, changes to healed. And distrustful, you can't trust anybody, you can't trust anything, and oh my God, somebody's gonna hurt me. And you just look at that and say, all right, thank you. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Thank it. Because it's showing parts of you. I'm doing this video right now because I'm finally learning to trust in myself. With all the gifts I've been given from the divine, I cannot keep this within me. Like dying with my music inside of me, like Wayne Dyer said, and not speak it. I didn't get this gift in order to hold on to it and guard it like it's nobody else's business. This is our business. This is us. This is all of us. We all have something that we have to face within ourselves. But if you really want to honor your life, whether you are discarnate or incarnate, I'm feeling all of it around me right now. They're in tune with this energy. This is what we're here to be. This is what we're here to become. Be not afraid, for you are whole. You are loved. You are safe. You are divine. You are beautiful. You are cherished. Even in your darkness, even in your pain, Even in your tears, you are still loved. You are still guarded, guided, encouraged, uplifted. We are here for you when you need it. When you ask, we will be here for you. This is directly channeled from the upper echelon of the divine. And you know, sometimes the hardest thing to actually consider is when that darkness hits you and it's really painful and it really hurts you and you don't understand it. You don't understand it. Understand this. Take this last bit into consideration. The evil that has been present in humanity's consciousness, okay? The evil that has been present, that is in humanity's consciousness, that darkness has been here since its beginning. The reason why it is here is because as beings, when we incarnate, we have been afraid to face it. Not many people can go as deep and have been going as deep within as we've needed to. Because as soon as you start to hit that fear, as soon as you start to hit that first lifetime where, you know, you were raped and murdered and you keep having these visions. And every time you see, like, you know, I'm just giving this as an example, you know, like every time you see a rape on TV or you read about it or hear about it, you're like, oh, all of a sudden you get this horrible pain in your stomach and you just burst into tears and you shut that door. And I'm talking whether you're a man or a woman or a child, doesn't matter, right? What does that tell you if you're going through that? That's your soul, that's your higher being saying, face it, face it. You may not know if you were the perpetrator or the victim, but it still happened. Forgiveness works both ways. Love works both ways. We're here to work through this and get through this. Just push through it. Just push through it. And every time it happens, know that you are safe. It's not happening outside of you. It's happening here. It's happening within. You are safe. If every time you hear a gunshot, and you're always afraid, but you seem to go through life every day and you work and you live your life and you know, have family and friends and live a rather pleasant life, but you can't handle hearing a gunshot and it scares the living bejesus out of you. Look at that. That is your soul telling you this is a past life thing, or this is a fear, a trauma that is in with you, in your biofield, in your energy field, in your mind, in order for you to heal it. Even if you don't believe in reincarnation, even if you're not sure, even if you just poo-poo all of it, it doesn't matter. If it's in your being and you explicitly know it's something you hate, dislike, fear, you know, whatever, like, face that. That is something that's telling you, I need to be fixed, I need to be healed, I need to be loved, understood, forgiven. I need to forgive and to be forgiven. Even if we don't understand the whole picture, it doesn't matter. Do it. Do the work. That's the highest honor you can give yourself, is doing that work. That which is scary. Even sometimes that which is unforgivable. Which you think is unforgivable. It's always forgivable. Each one of us has taken up that sword of truth and the shield of honor and say, you know what? I'm part of humanity too. It's not all about everybody else. I can be that change. I can be that change and help fix it. I may not understand it. I'm not freaking perfect. I don't like a lot of things. But I'm going to love myself anyway. I'm going to fiercely love myself. I'm more a warrior today than I ever have been. because I've taken all that which is me, my inner child, all the warrior selves that have died in battle. I know more battle. I know battle. I know wars. I know death and destruction and hurt and all the murders and rape. It's so painful to walk through that darkness. It was so painful. I'm talking pieces of my heart, I think, dropped away. It was so painful. But love took its place. Love took that place. I really believe in humanity's ability to heal as beings. The human being, the soul that we are. It does not matter what you look like. It does not matter your race, your origin, your sex, your gender, your anything. None of that matters. This message goes to everyone. We are all fractals of an infinite source that is crazy in love with us. That loves us because we are that. Divine mercy is here to say, we can get through this. We can get through this. So my next video that I will make will be about the realization, the experiences I've had as divine mercy. Literally divine mercy in my beingness, taking over and guiding me to the parts of humanity that have really been needing healing. Actually, I'll just say it now. I don't want to wait. I try to keep this message at an hour, but I feel like I need to say it now because I'm here. Working through all this healing and transmutation and giving love to all these energies that I've been in, and trusting that I have the ability to do this as a soul, trusting the source of me that is all that is, right? Working through all these traumas, all these pains, all these energies that humanity has gone through for millennia. I see like throughout time to its origins. Okay, I've been working on all these energies, and then once in a while when I get to the end of like wanting to even be here, there's so many times I've just prayed to go home because it was so painful. It was so painful, and it's like I don't know that I can do it. The loving part of me just wanted to go home and be safe. And I didn't know if I could keep going. I've never told anybody else this. This is my first video that I'm going to release to the public that I'm speaking about this. I didn't go through this with anybody else. I did this by myself and took this energy on in order to show people that we're so loved. We're so loved. Regardless of what happens to us. Regardless of what happens to us. We're so loved. But on a night that I was ready to lay my head down on my pillow and cover my head up with a blanket and close my eyes and cuddle my cat and feel safe and feel loved, I was ready to go home. I was ready to give up. And I had this experience, and I know it was like a lucid dream, like out-of-body experience, lucid dream, maybe even near-death experience. I don't really know what that is. I can't label it. It may be all of it. But what happened was I'm literally speaking through this channel of such divine love, such infinite love. Suddenly I woke up and I'm flying my energy field. I knew I was in bed, sleeping. I knew a part of my body, my being, was in bed, sleeping that night. But my spirit, my astral body, whatever, I'm not sure, maybe my soul, I don't know, was flying. I felt divine mercy with me. Such loving mercy, such loving grace and compassion and kindness and hope and faith that things will get better. I was flying over Earth. I was flying around Earth. And suddenly, I've never been here in the physical body, but I knew where I was and I felt the energy of it. This is the first time I'm ever going to express this and say this to anybody ever. I flew over the Wailing Wall. I was this energy of not my body. It was an energy of love, just little sparks of light. And I felt all of humanity's tears underneath. I felt in an instant all the times people were going to that wall and wailing. Not just like for all of the casualties, catastrophes and hurts and pains and traumas that humanity has gone through. I felt it. And as I flew over, I was mercy, the energy of mercy was flowing out of me. So I knew, I knew it wasn't something I planned, it just happened. It was like, I knew I had to help. So anytime anyone would ever be there, think of their, read about it, see it, anything, from the past to the future to now, they will feel healing. I set that intention in this beautiful, just like sparks of light, droplets of light, droplets of love, droplets of healing. To feel that love, to feel like pouring rain, but the sweetest, most loving rain you could ever possibly be in was flowing with me, out of me, through me, for humanity's sake. It was the most humbling, honorable experience I've ever had. I was entrusted with the healing of humanity through the energy of divine mercy. I can't explain it. I don't know how it all works. But I know when you love that fiercely, miracles happen. Miracles. That which is unseen becomes seen. And you just have to let go and trust. Let go and know we're loved and we are safe. We are always loved and we are always safe, and humanity's healing is happening. That I was entrusted to say and to give that message. Humanity's healing is happening. So with all the love in my heart, this won't be the only message I'll give, but with all the love in my heart, I say, I love you. Namaste. Bye.